studied nursing back at your home country, can you get absorbed into German country to work as a nurse? Yes, I'm here to tell you how and how you can get absorbed into German country to work as a nurse if you did not train from, it is not the original country, or you did not train in Germany as a nurse. So I'm here to talk about 10 things that you should know before training or starting to become a nurse in Germany. So welcome, my name is Maina. I welcome you guys back to I Am Maina channel. On this channel we talk about nursing content, we talk about different ways that we can improve our lives, that can improve the lives of the society. I also talk about immigration, on how you can move abroad, how you can move to United States of America, on how you can move to places like Canada, United Kingdom, how you can move to Asian countries. Mention any country and I will tell you a cheap pathway or a complete free pathway on how you can move to those countries. Therefore, if you like this type of content, please consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell so that anytime I post a new video, you always get notified and you don't miss out on any video that I always post to you guys. If you like this type of content and if you find it helpful, don't be mean. As I always tell you, please let us not be mean with information. Let's share with your relatives, share with your friends, share with your parents. There may be a person who is in need of this information and they have not yet gotten this information, and if you share, if only you shared, you can save a life and you can save a generation. By saving one person, you can help improve the lives of the community. Therefore, don't be mean, share. So welcome. Today I want to talk about 10 things you should know before joining or starting to train as a nurse in Germany. So number one I want to talk is, yes, you trained as a nurse in another country or in a foreign country. Let's say you trained as a nurse let's say in one of the African countries or in one of the Asian countries, or maybe you trained as a nurse in, like, in America or in Canada. Can you work or can you get absorbed into Germany job sector or as a nursing or in the hospitals, even not getting enrolled as a nurse or starting from scratch again? Yes, you can get absorbed. You can get absorbed into the Germany job sector, even if you did not train outside, even if you did not train in Germany. How? There is a program that is called a recognition year. This is where now you go into that. Within this period of 1 year, your documents are scrutinized. They will check your details, your certificate. Let's say you had a diploma from a foreign country, you had a degree, you had a master's or a PhD. They will check the qualification. They will check your transcript. They will check whether the unit that you study. Remember, as I always tell you, nursing is a global course. So this will help you. Once they check, they will also check your ability to speak the language. Will you be able to converse well with your patient? Remember, as I always tell you, you are coming to work in a foreign country, not a place where their native language is German, and they will require you to converse well and to be able to help the patient. So they will require you to do that. So once now they are done with that, they will put you at a program what do you call it, at a program now to help you familiarize and help you able to understand how their things are done. And after that, they require you to sit for an exam. Once now you write this exam and you have passed, you get satisfied and you get your license, and you'll be able to work as a nurse, and you'll be able to be a qualified nurse. Number two that I want to talk about is, now once you have graduated with nursing. Let's say you have come, you did not have any background of nursing, and now you have come, you have trained as a nurse, and you have qualified. Once you have graduated, you are not only confined to work in one country. You can work in many countries, if that is, if they are in European Union. At the European Union, you can work in Switzerland, you can work in Luxembourg, you can work in any country, you can work in Poland. There are so many countries. So you are not only confined to work in Germany. You can work in Switzerland, in Belgium, in Germany, in Portugal. You can work in all those countries. So it is not only that you are going to work in one country. So another thing that I want you to know is that, let's say now you did not have the qualification back at home. You want now to start from scratch. The thing that they will check from you is the German speaking proficiency. So they are going to check whether you can be able to write well, whether you can be able to read in German, or you can be able to converse in German. They are going to check all these things. And how are they going to check? They require you to have at least a B2 certificate. This is a certificate that will show that you can really read, write, and converse well in German language. Yeah. So if you are to start from scratch, this is one thing that they are going to require from you. So in nursing training, it is composed of shifts. There are 3 shifts. There's a morning shift that starts from 6 to 12:15. Then there's another shift that starts from 1 to 1:30 to 9:15 p.m. and then there is a night shift. There's morning shift, afternoon shift, and morning shift. Morning shift starts from 6 to 12. Afternoon shift starts from 1:30 to 9:15, and evening shift starts from 9:15 to 6 a.m. in the morning. So it has got those shifts. And nursing, once you go to train, it's a dual study. So this means that there is a time that you are in the hospital, in the practical or in the clinical areas, and there is time that you are in the theory classes. They require you to have 2,500 of hours in practical and 2,100 of hours in theory. So it's a duo. It is not that you are going to study you are going to study fluent. Just you study, then they will schedule you a time of going to practicals. I understand there are countries or hospitals that do that they train you first, then they take you to the hospital. No, you study at the same time you are doing your clinical rotations. Remember, you can rotate in pediatrics, you can rotate in general ward, you can rotate in geriatrics. Once now you can work in mostly now. Another thing that you should know is that once you have graduated, you can work in those 3 places with your diploma. With that diploma in apprenticeship in German, that hospital, you can work in pediatric, means you can work with the children. You can work with general nurse. You can work as a general nurse, and number 3, you can work in geriatric nursing for the old people. You can work for the children, general nurse, and for the old people. So I got a question: can I work while I'm studying? As I told you, you are getting paid. There is a certain amount of money that I'm going to tell you that you are always getting paid, and this money is always there to sustain you in your stay while you are studying in Germany. So yes, you can work, but this money, I find it very good, enough for you. Remember, there are hospitals that even cater for your accommodation, so you don't even require to pay for your accommodation. So there are hospitals that do that, so they don't even require you to pay. So this amount of money is going to sustain you. But if you insist, or if you still want to study, yes, you can study, but make sure that while you are studying, it does not collide with your study hours, or the amount that you are supposed to be in class and now you are working. No, make sure that it does not collide with your working hours. Nursing is a 3-year course, I told you. you can still work as a part-time. For example, are you a single mother? You can work as a part-time, but when you work as a part-time, it's going to take you a little bit more longer, maybe 3.5 years or 4 years. Remember, when you are working when you are studying full-time, it takes only 3 years. But when you are working part-time, it can take you 3.5 years, even to up to 4 years. Um, a good thing about it is that you can never lack a job once you are done with this nursing. Nursing is very marketable and very competitive. Of course, there are some times that it's going to be very tough of you. Sometimes you are going to be very tough because it requires a lot of dedication. It's a crash program. You're going to require to learn a lot of theory, to learn a lot of things, and so you have to stay focused and to stay dedicated. Can I come with my family? uh, One thing that I would tell you is that remember, as I told you, they are paying you. Now that they are paying, that amount of money is only required to sustain you. Now when you come with your family, it will be a burden, and you might not be able to take care of your family. And as I told you, it's a crash program, so it will be better that you study first. Once you have completed your studies, now you can bring your family together with you. The chances of getting permanent residency is very high. Once you are done, you can get into the permanent residency and become a citizen of that country that you want to settle in EU. It's a good cause. How do they pay? They pay a range from 1,180 euros to 1,100 to 1,200 euros. This ranges from hospital to hospital. Yeah, and this can be of great importance to you. Which are the grades that are required? As I told you, they only need to prove you only need to prove that you have gone 12 years, you have undergone 12 years of school. And how are you going to prove this? You are going to prove this using the high school certificate. They require you to show the high school certificate. Yes, they just show that. They only require to show that you have undergone at least 12 years of school, that you have not been into school, and you are going to prove it using high school certificate. When you prove that, you get enrolled. The only thing that can hinder you from getting into nursing school in German is the language. So they don't check on the grades of what is called in high school or that. They check most, can you be able to understand, can you be able to read and write. Yeah, they check for that. Age limit, when it comes to age limit, it does not have any age limit. It is not like the programs of that I talk about, the au pair, the FSO, the PFD. No, this one does not have any age limit. You can train, and it can give you broader and broader perspectives. I will be linking you. I will send you some links in the description box. So please, for those who are asking me which hospitals can I apply, or which hospitals can I send my application, I will link some of them in the description box. So please mind to click on those links, and they might be of help to you, and they might connect you to these hospitals, and they might help you in your life. So I hope this video